all comes down to tonight. And we're going to start with Ty Palmer, number 2. Ty's favorite hobbies, besides basketball, include hanging out with friends and family, paddleboarding, spikeball, sand volleyball, and watching movies. His favorite memories, playing for Pleasant Grove, include going down to Georgia with the team, the tournaments, making tons of new friends, and all of the games during the season. His advice to future players is to enjoy your time with the team and give it your all because it goes by quick. His future plans include an LDS mission, then going to school to become an anesthesiologist. Ty Palmer. Drew Anderson, number 1. His favorite hobbies, besides basketball, include pickleball, spikeball, watching movies, and playing video games. His favorite memories playing for Pleasant Grove include going to Georgia and playing in tournaments with the boys on the team. His advice to future players is to take advantage of the time you have playing high school basketball because it flies by. His future plans include serving a mission, then going to school. Drew Anderson. Next is Parker Van Dorn, number 11. His favorite hobbies, besides basketball, include spikeball, pickleball, watching TV shows, and hanging out with friends. His favorite movie, his favorite memory, playing for Pleasant Grove, is going to the aquarium in Georgia for the team trip and spending time with teammates at the lake house. His advice and being with your teammates because time flies and you want to make the most of it. His future plans are to become an electrician and to be an entrepreneur. Parker Van Dorn. Is Hudson Guthrie, number 0. His favorite hobbies include hanging out with friends and watching movies and TV shows. His favorite memory playing for the Vikings is being able to meet his childhood best friends this year and playing for his uncle. His advice to future players to live in the moment, enjoy playing, and relationships build with teammates. His future plans are to go on a mission, come back, and attend college somewhere in Utah. Hudson Guthrie. Next is Billy Mark, the team manager. His favorite hobbies include video games, especially 2K, playing the guitar, and hanging with friends. His favorite part of the team is watching all his friends play, the rival games, and his sophomore year with all his friends. His favorite memory with the team is watching all his friends play, the rival games, and his sophomore year with all his friends. His advice to future players is to enjoy high school basketball. Don't do stupid things. Play to your best ability and treat your teammates like family. His future plans are to go on a mission, then go to school and become an electrician. Billy Mark. And finally, Zane Windsor, number 10. His favorite hobbies include video games, sleeping, eating, and hanging out with friends. His favorite memory playing for Pleasant Grove
Welcome back to Pleasant Grove Sports Network, your home for all Viking sports. And tonight's matchup is Viking basketball once again facing off against the Westlake Thunder. Now, coming into this game, it's a matchup that feels like a must-win for the Vikings, as they can still achieve a 1 or 2 seed in 6A Region 3 with some circumstances, but more likely aim for that 3rd spot and have a home game for the first. I think that might be how it worked. Not sure actually, but have a better seeding, So Westlake, coming into this game, they just came off a tough loss to Lehigh, as the Pioneers outscored them 24-12 in the first quarter, and they did not look back. The only other quarter that they outscored the Thunder in was the 3rd, and it was by 1. So Westlake catches a 6-point win, Lehigh catches a 66-60 win over the Thunder, even though the Thunder played more consistently well throughout the entire game. They played consistent 12, 17, 14, and 17 in the quarters respective. But Lehigh, with that 24-point performance in the first, really just ended their chances of winning that game, to be honest. I'm joined today by Owen Jorgensen. How are you doing, Owen?
We're doing good today, Jack.
Nice.
Ready for some Vikings basketball.
I'm ready too. We are going to have our national anthem and player introductions. We will be back with a little bit more pregame stuff, a little bit more deep dive into the stats, and we will be back after this. of course, that last loss coming on January 17th, 80-62, which will eventually bounce back and beat Skyridge by 18 as well. So both an 18-point loss to an 18-point win, a 36-point swing rate. It's kind of crazy. As we see something different as Hudson Guthrie is going to jump for in the middle against Carter Campbell. And Guthrie can't quite get it, but Campbell didn't get it either that well. Westlake going to start it off first as Anderson, Braden Anderson, starting off the ball. Up with the Campbell, now down to Anderson. Defended by Palmer. Anderson puts it up and in. First 2 points easy for Braden Anderson. Now, I don't have stats. There's no stats from Westlake last time's game. Last time was shown. Westlake. All we know is Malik Seeker with absolute quality. Ty Palmer puts it up and in on the drive.
We're going to need to see a lot out of him tonight. Ty Palmer, 20 points against Westlake the last time these two teams met. Fantastic player.
Up in Carter Campbell. Anderson going to take it down to the Vikings. Anderson goes left hand free. Up at the top. Anderson swings it over to Parker Van Dorn, who started.
Haven't seen much of him this season. Glad he's getting his start tonight.
Haven't seen much is an understatement. Parker puts it up and can't connect. And I think they want him to have points on his senior night. That's the goal. Sorry, it's Anderson. Now this is half-field right here. Kyler drives, and it's a turnover. Moving screen. Different of a starting lineup. I think we know why Jackson Brown didn't jump. Hudson Guthrie senior. So he wants to put it up and in. And we're tied up at 4. Scoreboard's wrong. Over to Campbell. Down the corner to Seeker. Stolen. Here comes Guthrie. Guthrie spin move off of Seeker. Guthrie into the corner. It's tied. Palmer into the other side, coast to coast. Parker Van Dorn. Fake out to Anderson. 3. Good. Rattles it home.
Andrew Anderson, such a consistent player, being able to shoot from anywhere on the floor. Nice to see him getting an early start.
Love to see it. Parker Van Dorn still in. Want to get him his bucket. Hasn't been a consistent piece of this varsity team for most of the year. It's only buckets coming against Cedar Valley, I believe. That's a quick run from Braden Anderson, and it's a miss. And here comes Pleasant Grove on the downhill. Back out, Guthrie. Guthrie at the top of the key, drives. Back over to Anderson. His layup, good! A floater with the right hand scoop. And it's in.
Andrew Anderson, like we said, such a consistent player. Super quick, can shoot. He's the textbook guard you want.
Campbell inside against Anderson and travel.
Andrew Anderson doing everything for this Vikings team right now. Playing defense, taking it hard to the basket, giving out good passes, being able to knock down tough shots. Andrew Anderson is doing it all.
Incredible. We love it as we have our first subs of the game. Jackson Brown comes in and Brendan Black for Guthrie and so he's still Parker Van Dorn and looking for those points. I think they know that Winslow will be able to get some points later on in the game. Stripped. Ty Palmer. Here you go, it's Hadfield. Now inside, it's Sika. It's on the floor, foul.
Calling Jackson Brown before the shot.
So we're going to have Braden Anderson for the gets it in. Weird little screen against somehow it'll work. I don't know. I mean, technically that's legal, but it seems like a move you would see in 10-year-old basketball.
Yes. very much.
And it worked, which is super weird. I don't think that's a move that they'll pull again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I guess so. Parker Van Dorn in the corner.
Oh, Parker Van Dorn!
Incredible. And I say, you know, he hasn't gotten any varsity minutes, but he's a great shooter. And one from Beckham Featherstone to answer.
Featherstone being able to come back and get 3 points the old-fashioned way to match Parker Van Dorn's last 3.
Parker Van Dorn has seen so little playing time as a senior on this court. They actually don't send him out again. Maybe he's earned his time in practice. Maybe he's improved himself to the coach.
Parker Van Dorn is a pure shooter.
Now I love Parker Van Dorn. I'm a big fan. I've had some classes with him. Awesome guy. But occasionally I've heard the student body making fun of him for not playing. Van Dorn in the corner. No good. It would have been incredibly electric if he had hit that shot. And a charge!
Preston White.
He draws it over Kyler Hadfield.
Preston White starting this game out very physical. See what else he can bring to this table.
That's some crazy stuff. Down low, Blackett, reverse layup, it's good. Anderson inside, this is Featherstone. Featherstone spin move, puts it up and no good. Jax Brown with the rebound. Here comes Brown, over to Blackett. Blackett gets loose. Westlake's got it. Simon Sua over to... I can't even think. It's Graydon Anderson. He's fouled on the way up.
Ball's going everywhere.
I don't know why. I want to think Graydon Anderson is Kyler Hadfield. So I guess I'm thinking Kyler James is Hadfield is... or Anderson. Sorry, I just did it again. What's wrong with me? His first is good.
We see more substitutions. Cooper Crockett coming in for Parker Van Dorn, and Hudson Guthrie coming in for Jackson Brown.
So Parker Van Dorn sees his time on the court, gets 2 shots up, puts one of them in. The second one was good. The second one was a good shot.
Yeah, it
just
was.
didn't go. Second free throw for Anderson. Graydon Anderson, by the way. There's a couple of Andersons on Westlake, and there's an Anderson on PG, so I might have to do some first name shenanigans. Preston White, and there is a off-ball foul, I believe, on Hudson Guthrie. Cooper Crockett, actually.
Interesting call there.
Probably something to the screen.
And Jamila Johansson, such a great defender, key piece to this team, and really had a great performance against AF.
Yeah, Johansson doing a great job there. Brings it in, and it's a foul.
Super late
Graydon
call.
Anderson's going to the line again.
Crazy late call there. Ref seeing if he's going to make it or miss it.
Graydon Anderson rattles his first.
He missed his second one last time he shot
Puts it in.
to make that one up.
Commentator curse right there.
Yep.
I wish PG had a sign. No other school has got it.
It's just the knees.
These are Guthrie inside, and it's a blocking foul on Malik Seeker. See this replay here on the screen as Guthrie decides to take the open lane. That's a great decision, but everybody, all 5 Thundermen crash in on him. And realistically, he could have, like, it looked like he was trying to go for a dunk, but in front of the rim, he puts it in.
Not a ton of room there to dunk. Great drive.
Yeah,
Just absolutely hacked the pass out. Great call by the refs.
we know he can dunk.
Yes.
And not many has gotten very many opportunities. Jackson Brown's done a couple in our time this season. Great Anderson over to Featherston, back to Anderson. Anderson left, right, off of Brandon Black. Now it's actually Hatfield. Simon Sewell, haven't seen much of him yet. Simon puts it up and no good, and another late call.
Same ref, just giving these super late calls. I guess he's trying to figure out if they're going to make it or miss it. If they make it, then he's not going to call anything. I don't know.
Kind of an interesting, weird way to go about things, because the reward if you make it and you're fouled is an and one. If you just don't give them the foul if they make it, that kind of doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Thunder can get within, got within 2 of our score, 16-14, 2:08 left. White over Johansson, now with White. Pass to White is tipped by Simon Sua, but they call it off of Preston White, and it's going to be Westlake's ball. Now we got some subs here. Sloan Sua coming in. Great Anderson still. Also another new face, Walker Jensen for 13. That's Anderson, a 3. Good! And they take the lead with that. First lead of the game. Actually, no, it's not.
Second lead of the game.
They led 2-0 at one point. White can answer, no good. Ball is loose, ends up in Anderson's hands.
Probably not the shot we want to see from Preston White there.
Picked up by Johansson, he rotates over. It's Sloan Sua. Over to his brother Simon. Back, Simon Sua. Drives right, gets out of his hands all loose. And Preston White saves it. Over to Johansson, open lane, and he is fouled on his way up. He's going to line.
Milo Johansson, we've said it before, such a key piece to this team. Right here, being able to get out in transition, get open, and draw that foul.
Yeah.
Go into the line for 2.
In a transition, it didn't look like it was going to happen. Because Preston White's athleticism is safe. Was incredible as Coach Williams telling the team what to do.
Helping him out a little bit.
First shot's no good, and Windsor is subbing in. I don't know why they keep the proper ball further back. I don't know if those extra steps are. Second shot from Johansson is good. Do not underestimate Milo Johansson's shooting field leadership.
Insane.
We saw him clutch up a couple times from 3 to get games closer. Now, Lehigh game may have ended up in a loss. Milo Johansson very nice.
He did.
Under the basket, it's Featherstone. He puts it up. 19-17 lead. It's 45 to go here. White looks back to Coach Williams. Guthrie drives right hand, puts it up, and a foul.
Late foul call again. These refs.
Yeah, we got 3 late foul calls, but both teams. So we're not seeing just seeing attendance.
Hudson Guthrie, a senior this year, 6'4", transfer from Oregon. Absolutely phenomenal player. Can just be able to drive in, get that layup. His defense in the paint is incredible.
Goes 1 for 2. Malik Sika. He's the man who absolutely ruined Pleasantville's dreams last year. Anderson. Brandon Anderson, he's got 5 seconds. Brandon Anderson drives left against White, puts it up, and no good. Johansson's got it, it's out of bounds. And feel like there should be more than 0.6. I feel like there was 1 second. Still enough time to get something off. Preston White's the only option. They throw it all the way to Blackie, who can't get it, but it was a valiant effort as Pleasant Grove down 1, 18 to 19 after that. Fouls are going to reset. Hopefully bonus by the end. So fouls are happening a lot. What do you take out of that? So Pleasant Grove, you know, I think that we've seen some good things. 3 from Parker Van Dorn, but no more like messing around kind of vibes. We also got another. I feel like we got a pretty good performance from most of the players. For sure. We didn't see too much from Brennan Black at 2 points there. But I just want yeah, we will be right back. Give us 1 second. All right, we are back. Hopefully the crowd noise is less loud. I think that we turned our camera microphones off. So now we should be exquisite. Preston White, over to Windsor, back to White. White picked up by Sika, over to Guthrie. Now in the corner, Windsor. Now Guthrie, corner 3, good!
And Hudson Guthrie hit a 3 last time against Westlake. Don't see very many 3s from him.
Yeah, again, I mean, I was going to say, like, Guthrie, for a minute there, it was very rare to see his 3-pointers, but yeah. I think that now we could consider him, 1-3 per game at least.
Yes, for sure.
And I think that Davis game that haunted him for the early parts of the season is completely out of his head. This Pleasant Grove team right now is not the same as that third game of the season against Davis team was.
Not at all. Brendan Blackett taking up this ball for PG.
Brendan Blackett's matured a lot throughout this season. Preston White a 3, can't connect.
And thrown out of bounds by Westlake. It'll be Pleasant Grove ball.
Anderson bringing it up the court. A classic. We used to say Evan Anderson back in the day, his older brother. He would always bring it up the court as well. Here's Brendan Blackett, spin move, puts it up and good.
A wild shot.
What a crazy shot from Brendan Blackett.
Brendan Blackett standing at about 6'6", 6'7", really being able to get that shot off with that pump fake. Great footwork by him.
Yeah, he gives those 6'7" kind of vibes. Brendan Blackett with that rebound, just barely. Here's Guthrie, spin move, gets away from 3 Thundermen. Over to Anderson, now in the corner, Windsor, back to Anderson. On the wing, rotates over to reset. Blackett almost loses it. Back out, Blackett, top of the key, 3.
No
Can't
good.
Connect. Ty Palmer hasn't seen a shot yet this game.
We'll see one from him eventually. He's just getting started.
It's true, that ball
blocked
tipped
by Zane Windsor.
Over to Zane Windsor. The ball too strong from Ty Palmer, and it's out of bounds. I feel like that was, in a sense, the right idea, but also could have just let the play happen.
That too.
because, you know, you had someone right on Windsor. You had Simon Sua, who he had just blocked. So he has that momentum, but, you know, he comes in and he's got...
And Zane Windsor, standing at 6'1", people really underestimate how high he can jump. Like, his athleticism is out of this world.
Simon Sua can't connect.
Guthrie tips it to himself.
Guthrie's got it. Now he's been putting in the work for PG this game so far. Here's Guthrie. Right side, puts it up and no good, but he's going to the line.
Hudson Guthrie, so good at being able to drive in, to draw the foul, and get to the line for two. We've seen it multiple times this game, and in every other game, he just can get to the line willingly.
Yeah, interesting. Is this his third trip to the line this game? Might just be his second, as his first is no good, rolls out to the left side. Guthrie lining up for the second at the charity stripe, and it's good. So that Westlake crowd in front of him may be affecting it a little bit. It's there, you know, they're doing the left kind of thing. It's a good strategy. Hadfield, and he's fouled by Ty. Simon Sua, picked up by Anderson. Over to Hadfield, back to Sua. Now in the corner, this is Sika. Sika against Windsor, puts it up, no good. Ball's loose.
Jackson Brown, great job being able to fight for that rebound.
Jackson Brown, incredible player here. Drew Anderson drives, right side, puts it up and no good, but he's fouled. He's going to the line again here, and you know, Westlake stacking them up already. I guess they only have two, but it seems like more.
These Vikings really being able to get to the line this half, and a lot of free throw attempts for them. Great job getting to the line and being able to draw that foul. You know, Milo Johansson's got a couple attempts, Hudson Guthrie, and now Andrew Anderson.
Done a great job from keeping Malik Sika cold in this game as he has no points. Malik Sika and Simon Sua both dropped 20 last game. That's all I know. They actually didn't record stats, but I kept it myself during that game. Anderson's second is good, so he puts them both in. And Zane Windsor's going to come out for Johansson.
Johansson has a wrap on his hand.
Yeah, I was going to say he's got what looks like just painter's tape, but it's obviously not. And I think maybe that's why he left the game.
Yeah.
Not sure what happened, but here we are. Hadfield taking it for the Thunder. And ball's
driving
loose.
On the floor.
Guthrie's got it, and it's out. And they call it Westlake's ball.
Fantastic hustle by the Vikings being able to tip that ball, dive on the floor. Ty Palmer, Hudson Guthrie being able to half recover the ball before they turn it over again. But fantastic defense, and there's for sure an energy change in this gym. Pleasant Grove leading this game 26-19 with 4:33 left in this half.
Keep in mind, Pleasant Grove only outscored Westlake in one quarter last time around, and it was by 4. Puts it up and in. We already have more than that in this quarter. Here's Anderson. Anderson spin move, ball's loose, backed out to Guthrie. Guthrie's got it. Now it's stolen again. Here it comes, Graydon Anderson, spin move. Now ball's loose again. On the floor, and timeout for the Vikings as Coach Williams had to beg the referee to call it.
Looking like a lot of sloppy basketball there from both teams. Somebody's got to clean it up and really be able to figure it out in this second half.
Yeah, it's a really interesting sequence of events there. And we will be right back after a quick little message. as you got to see a little preview there of the game, Westlake doing very well so far in the season. They are tied for the 2 seed, or for the 1 seed, in 6A Region 3. Tied with Lone Peak at 5-2 on the season. Their only losses coming to Lone Peak and to Lehigh. Ty Palmer puts it up and in. Quick little easy bucket for him. This is Graydon Anderson. Picked up by Palmer. Graydon. Behind the back dribble. Trying to get away from Palmer. Rotates over. It's Hatfield. Hatfield to Sika. Sika, there's 12 seconds and foul before the loose ball. Andrew Anderson. So yeah, Westlake coming off of 1 loss, by the way, not 3. I don't know why I said that. Here's Simon Sua. Step back 3 against Anderson. Cannot connect, and that was not a good shot from Simon Sua. As here comes Brendan Blackett, and it's no good, no foul on that layup either. Here comes Simon Sua. Rotates over to Sloan Sua. Now to Graydon Anderson. Sloan Sua, and he's fouled. Well, actually, he commits a foul, so that was Carter Campbell, an off-ball foul from it. It looked like it could have been a foul on Pleasant Grove because he kind of dribbled through 2 guys and got through it, but would have been a foul if there wasn't an off-ball. Preston White gives it inside to Blackett. Blackett out to Johansson, a quick 3. Can't connect. Carter Campbell's got it. Graydon Anderson picked up by Milo Johansson, and he fouls him. Inbound here. Graydon Anderson over to Simon Sua. Sloan Sua now. And a foul. Off ball on Preston White. Parker Van Dorn checks in for Hudson Guthrie and Milo Johansson as Cooper Crockett comes in as well.
So happy we get to see Parker Van Dorn again. I love watching him play.
Me too. So here we are, some players that didn't see games in any minutes in games, and they're getting a lot of minutes in this game so far.
This team's playing really strong basketball right now.
Graydon Anderson, that's another one of those shots that we said would happen in 10-year-old rec soccer, off just building a wall in front of him so that he has an open shot.
That play worked really well.
Interesting play. Maybe they said, hey, it worked, let's try it again. Andrew Anderson tries to get around a screen. Now out. Blackett, a 3. Good.
Brennan Blackett. Brennan Blackett is standing at like 6'6", 6'7", really being able to shoot that basketball. Fantastic basketball player. And he's only a sophomore, ladies and gentlemen, so we'll be seeing him for the next couple years.
Doing a great job here for the Vikings. Graydon Anderson, he's the hot one for the Thunder right now. Into the corner, Simon Sua. He airballed that shot earlier, but he doesn't make it either. Simon Sua with no points on the quarter.
Vikings playing a really good defense.
Baseline, Blackett kicks it out. Van Dorn, open 3.
Good! Parker Van Dorn!
I love Parker Van Dorn! Incredible, and that forces a timeout from the Thunder.
Parker Van Dorn was such a good 3, really being able to extend this lead to 10. Minute 10 left in this first half.
Incredible. hear the crowd getting into it with that Parker Van Dorn three. It helped a lot. And here they are, the students, very supportive of their fellow student. And Parker Van Dorn, I mean, incredible guy. And you see him putting in the work during warm-ups and during practice, and it was kind of a shame that he wasn't getting played. And again, some students, only a few that I heard were like, oh, what's up with number 11? Because they always saw him on the senior banners. And they're like, why does he never play? What's up with that? I was like, I don't know. Truly. Like, he was a good player. You see him in warm-ups. He's draining those threes constantly.
He is such a consistent three-point shooter. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I've been able to see it firsthand. Got to play with him a little bit in the summer and earlier before the season started. Love playing with him. One of the most insane shooters I've ever seen. So consistent, so smooth.
And truly, I mean, think about this. We're going to go into, I mean, look, Parker Van Dorn. I was on his team once in Coach McAllister's hoop camp, 8th grade. And the goal is, it's just like those halftime games. Layup, free throw, three-pointer, half-court shot. That's a shot from Sloan Seward, no good. We'll finish the story after this possession. Pleasant Grove. Here's Windsor.
Really trying to take Ty Palmer off the ball.
Ty Palmer swings it over. Now it's Cooper Crockett, top of the key. He didn't shoot it. Probably could have warranted a shot. He had open enough space. Van Dorn rotating around. Ty Palmer not believing any of the countdowns. Driving in, puts it up, and good!
Ty Palmer.
And he's going to the line for an and one.
Getting three the old-fashioned way. Ty Palmer's such a shifty player. Very, 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 very athletic. Can just hang and finish over virtually everybody, and we've seen that.
Just incredible. And let's see if he can put in this extra. Puts it in. Now, I kind of want to finish. So, Parker Van Dorn on my team in this camp. He goes, and it was just to win a chocolate bar. That was all it was. He's like, I want that. I'm going to hit all of them. No retries. He then missed the layup. Okay.
Oh my goodness!
Was it on time? I think it was. And there you go. Incredible. And I was just talking about Parker Van Dorn. There you go. Now, finally, I can finish my story as Westlake hits that, cuts the lead to 10 here at halftime. So, Parker Van Dorn, he misses the layup. And I'm like, oh, okay, so he didn't hit them all in a row. He then goes up, puts in the layup, puts the free throw up, hits it, hits the three-pointer, and then he goes up for half court. Coach Scoville's watching him. He's all like, he ain't hitting this. Throws up his first attempt, swishes it. No backboard, didn't rattle it in. Perfect shot. It was incredible.
Really, Parker Van Dorn, I don't know why we haven't seen him enough in this region play. He is such a fantastic player and so fun to watch. He really reminds me of some of those great 3-and-D players in the league. Dante DiVincenzo is one that comes to mind. Just form absolute butter. Klay Thompson is another one that comes to mind. Just being able to hit everything from three.
Yeah. So now I kind of do want to apologize to you viewers at home for talking over that final play. I wasn't expecting them to hit a buzzer-beating banked three, step back kind of vibes. But there you go. There it was.
I don't think anybody was expecting them to hit that shot.
But this is Pleasant Grove Sports Network, and we were talking about Pleasant Grove sports. So I think that it was warranted.
It is.
We are going to take a little bit of a break here. We will be back for second half coverage, and this music is so loud I can barely hear myself.
Yeah.
We will see you then after this. And we welcome you back for second half coverage here. Here's Campbell. Over to Anderson. Down low, Hatfield against Parker Van Dorn. Hatfield puts it up and good. He's going to the line for an extra point. First and only is good from Kyler Hatfield. Here comes Drew Anderson bringing it down for the Vikings. Drew Anderson puts it up way high off the glass. It's no good. Malik Sika's got it. Remember, the third quarter is where he torched the Vikings last time. If you look at the box score of that game, the third quarter was an absolute standout. The second half was an absolute standout. But third quarter especially, 25 points from the Thunder to Pleasant Grove's 12. The fourth quarter at least was kind of matched. It was 27-23. Pleasant Grove still got outscored, so it was not that good, but better. Guthrie drives, left-hand layup. Oh, just rolls out, so close. Guthrie's first. Good. Hudson Guthrie doesn't have to shoot in front of that crowd anymore.
Like I said in that first half, Jack, Hudson Guthrie, so easy for him to get to the line. He can just drive in and he gets the call. He's so good at drawing that foul and getting the free throws.
Yeah.
And it looks like we're seeing a full court press from this Vikings team.
Now, we've seen a couple full court presses, especially from Lone Peak. Now, we saw on both teams as the Vikings had to start full court pressing because of how good their full court press worked against us.
Lone Peak's full court press is lethal.
It is. Simon Sua drives, and it's out. Inbound. This is Anderson, gets it in finally to Malik Sika. Malik drives, right hand layup, rolls out, and that's the second one we've seen roll out like that. Hudson Guthrie's just barely. And Sika can get his first points of the half. I believe maybe his first points of the game, but he might have
a couple.
He might have two. Not sure. Sika's first. It's good. Pure shooter.
Shooting in front of his own student section. Probably gives him a little bit of a boost.
Crowd noise again. Taking a long time to rev up, so doesn't get in the way. Anderson almost gets stolen by Graydon Anderson. Off the screen from Hudson Guthrie. Swings it over. Guthrie drives, right hand side, gives it to Ty Palmer. Baseline, kicks it back up top. Ball's loose, it ends up in Anderson's hands. Anderson, quick pop, three, good!
Andrew Anderson. And Andrew Anderson, such a consistent player. We see it night in and night out. Really being able to knock down some insanely clutch shots, some insane shots. Period.
Yeah, just incredible as Featherstone gives it up top to Anderson. Graydon Anderson. Featherstone fouled by Guthrie. Now you could call all ball all you want, but would have been out of bounds off of him anyway. Not sure how Featherstone performs at the line. Now, the stereotype is that his type of play, the type of player that Beckham Featherstone is, 6'5", 240, probably wouldn't be good. But that's kind of an old way to think as he puts it in.
Yeah. 6'5", 240, just a unit.
And the Jazz are beating the Suns? Jeez.
36-25.
They're winning too much. Featherstone's second is good. Anderson. You can see just a little bit of his...
Ty Palmer. Ty is so quick.
Incredible. Just incredible. And all the guys who got their hair bleached, you can see that it's grown out a little bit since the pictures.
Yeah.
Which is just funny. Puts it up. Good. Graydon Anderson.
That's his 4th 3 of the night.
And he's the only hot hand from 3 for Westlake, really. Haven't seen much production because Simon Sua airballed a corner 3 and then missed another one.
Anderson trying to figure out what to do. Gets
Drives,
through.
puts up a fadeaway, and it's good.
Andrew Anderson. So consistent.
Incredible.
Absolute butter.
Twas incredible. Featherstone against Guthrie, backing him up, and foul on Featherstone, offensive foul.
With a player like Beckham Featherstone, 6'5", 240, that's all you can really do to stop him is just stand and fall over, just take that hit. Being able to draw the charge, really smart play by Hudson Guthrie.
Yeah. And it's quite the player.
Not a lot of teams in our region have a player like him, so.
Yeah, it's a kind of a shorter year, not gonna lie. It's weird. Brandon Blackett drives and no foul called. That is an interesting call there by the ref, letting him play. Simon Sua. Down low to Featherstone against Milo Johansson. And another charge. And Featherstone is using too much of his strength against smaller opponents. And it's working. Now, Brennan Blackett goes up and kind of like, if you remember a few years ago, the Los Angeles Lakers playing the Celtics and LeBron getting hit on the arm right at the end of the game, it was kind of like that, and there was just no call.
The refs had a different angle. And Beckham Featherstone being taken out of the game after those quick 2 offensive fouls.
Yeah, and it's not a great look for Beckham Featherstone as he's got 3 now.
Blackett.
Good!
Brennan Blackett.
Incredible.
Stripped. Windsor. Up to Jackson Brown. Jackson Brown! Jackson Brown with the dunk. And here we go. Massive energy switch up. Recovered.
Anderson puts it up. No good.
Blackett tried drawing the charge.
Blackett's got it. He's taking it down. Sloan Sue against him into the corner. Milo Johansson fakes it. Johansson kicks it out. Brown to Windsor. A 3. Good! Zane Windsor! It's incredible! And the greatest sequence in Vikings basketball in the last 3 years just happened.
Forcing a Westlake timeout. Oh my goodness! Pleasant Grove! Absolutely destroying Westlake. Fantastic defense. Let's get a replay here.
See the stolen ball. Ends up with it.
Great find.
Wide open, and he puts it up and in. And like I said, not a lot of players have dunks, but Jackson Brown's got 5 on the season now. And a lot of them open shots like that. So here's Ty Palmer. He drives in, he kicks into the corner, gives it to Brennan. Left wing 3 and good. That was the play that started the run from the Vikings. And it was incredible. Just incredible. We didn't get a replay of the Windsor 3, but that was college range, guys. That
was an insane transition right there.
Now, I don't know. I don't know if I've overloaded the mic that many times this season, but that was worth what happened. It was awesome.
Absolutely incredible.
Westlake on the verge of being down 20 right now, by the way. Down 17. which is crazy because they have the second best region record.
They had the first best for a while.
Yeah. Well, actually, they technically have the first best.
Tied with Lone Peak.
Yeah, but they lost a tiebreaker. And a travel.
Pleasant Grove playing out of their minds right now.
Graydon Anderson can't get it away from the double team.
Fantastic defense by Preston White, just being able to stick to his man, stay on his feet, really being able to make that difficult.
Preston White picked up by Sloan Sua over to Brendan Blackett. Now the rotation play. Up top, Brendan, 3. Good!
It's a blackout! Brendan Blackett!
Unreal. And he has exploded in this third quarter. Sloan Sua against Preston White. Down low, and a foul.
It's a 20-point game.
It is. See here, you could just see the little switch play they do here. Boom. And then look, Brendan catches his defender sleeping, rotating off of him to defend Milo for some reason. And then he's open.
And Brendan Blackett, looking at that student section, he knows he's on fire right now.
And he knows he's a crowd favorite now. Sloan Sua puts it up and in for the and one. There's still a quarter of basketball to be played here. And the Vikings almost have as many as they had the last time out against this Thunder team.
Wow. This is fun basketball to watch.
It is. With these runs that Pleasant Grove is going on.
In basketball, ladies and gentlemen, basketball is a game of runs. If you can go on runs, you win more games. So playing good basketball like this will win you games. And this is some of the best basketball we've seen from Pleasant Grove this season.
Yeah, momentum changing. That taking away momentum and gaining momentum are fundamentals of winning games. And right now, Westlake has to take away momentum, and that is how they do it with Kyler Hadfield laying it up and in. Goes to safe route. He definitely could have dunked that at 6'6".
Westlake really trying their hardest right now to come back, play good defense, and we've seen it there.
And there you go. There's the momentum swinger for you. And there, Milo Johansson on the 3. Johansson gets it over to Jackson Brown, baseline. Brown puts it up and no good. Cooper Crockett's got it, puts it up, no good again. Jackson Brown's got it, no foul. Milo Johansson mid-ranger, good. How many attempts can they get? It's unreal.
Fighting for every rebound. You see, that's what Jackson Brown does. And Cooper Crockett. Cooper Crockett is standing at 6'8", Jackson Brown standing at 6'6", really being able to grab that basketball.
Yeah, and don't take Milo Johansson out of that. As soon as the ball left where those players can grab it the best, it gets down low, and Milo Johansson not afraid to say, it's not our ball anymore. He just jumps right in there, grabs the ball, and then, quick little turnaround jumper. He's got space, puts up a mid-ranger, and he puts it in. It's incredible.
Milo Johansson brings so much to this team between shot creating, defense, being able to pass the ball. He's very good at protecting that basketball and making sure that he gets a good pass off in traffic no matter what. We just saw it there, being able to get the pass to Brendan Blackett that really set up that play. Fantastic.
Inbound here for the Thunder. Still down 17 here. Can they make a comeback? Again, game of runs, like you've been saying. And they had an attempt to take away momentum as they cut it to 15, but that crazy sequence puts energy back into the crowd. Simon Sua over to Kyler Hadfield. Back to Sua. Now Sloan Sua. Baseline. Puts it up. It's blocked. Johansson wasn't looking. Turns around. Gets it. Now it's Blackett. Into the corner. Ty puts up a 3. Good!
Pleasant Grove cannot miss.
The Vikings have tied their score against Westlake last time, and there's 9 minutes of play still. Simon Sua back out. That's Walker Jensen. Good. Haven't seen much of Walker Jensen.
Couldn't tell if he was going to shoot it with his left hand or his right hand.
You know, he puts it up and in, and I gotta, you gotta hand it to him. In the face of momentum, he puts it in. Ty Palmer puts a pass right out of Milo Johansson's hands. It's out of bounds.
Great look, just couldn't convert on that pass, and looks like we're seeing a switch between Hudson Guthrie and Cooper Crockett.
Graydon Anderson, the man who shot and made the most threes for Westlake this game. It was Malik Sika last time, it's Graydon Anderson this game. Anderson drives, baseline, puts it up, and good, and it's an and one. And you can't count out this Thunder team as they continue to cut it down. They can cut it to 14 here. Still, a bit of a deficit.
And Westlake is so good at being able to finish in traffic. The amount of and ones they have right now is so hard to count just because they are so good at finishing through traffic, through the contact.
Yeah, and I mean,
Fantastic basketball.
This team's 14-6, and 2 of those losses are to Harriman, which is number 1 team.
Yeah.
One of those losses is to Lone Peak, which is a team PG lost to twice. And then there's a couple of tournament teams. Johansson thought about it. Guthrie over to Palmer. 16 seconds.
Palmer running out the clock.
We saw this a couple times last time. Palmer puts it up, it's blocked, and there's still 5 seconds on the clock. Now, if they could get a buzzer beater here, I think the roof might pop off. The crowd's already keyed up.
Everybody's talking to each other. If you can't see it, there's been some shoving and pushing, but nobody's doing anything about it.
They want a technical foul.
Jackson Brown got pushed and just walked away. Fantastic by him, being able to stay under composure.
Yeah, keeping a level head is a very important attribute to have. Brendan Blackett down low and no foul, and it's going to be Westlake's ball with 4 seconds.
They're going to try to get it to Anderson here.
Graydon Anderson's got 2, he's got 1. He puts it up and almost banks it in again. And he did a shot that's still kind of theoretical, where you catch the ball and right here, this is the 3 from Ty Palmer. He says, I want a piece of that pie, puts it in. Now, Graydon Anderson almost had the theoretical shot where you jump like 5 feet, but you jump behind the 3-point line, but then you jump 5 feet in and then release it.
Makes it a lot easier.
It would still be a 3, but it's not really done that often. Now, the only case I can really think of that happening is Dwayne Wade. It's like 2007. Okay, game winner. This was a game winner. He catches the ball from an inbound pass. There's 4 seconds. Dribbles the length of the court. Jumps from the 3-point line. His body's above the free throw line, and he puts up a floater, and it's good. And they count it as a 3, and they won. That's the only case I can think of. Now, might be a bit of a deep cut for a lot of you fans. But in fact, I guarantee it is. I guarantee maybe 0% of people understood what I just said.
Yeah.
But it can happen, and we almost saw Graydon Anderson do it. So there you go.
Usually we don't see it on a normal play-to-play basis, but at the end of a shot clock, or maybe even at the end of a game, end of a quarter, we see it.
Now, Nate Carling, 11th season as Westlake's head coach, came in 2015, or 14, sorry. He was Mountain View's head coach from 2012 to 2014. Brendan Blackett over to Palmer. Palmer drives, right-hand layup, no good. But gets his own rebound and can't put it in. Now, 2014, I believe PG went to the finals that year and didn't win.
I believe so.
They lost, but again, our last basketball championship, 1961. It's been 64 years. Good. Walker Jensen. A name that we haven't called much, but he's always been there. Johansson can't put it in, and the momentum is gone, ladies and gentlemen. It's an 11-point game. Graydon Anderson Ball, it's a jump ball. It's going towards the Thunder. Good for PG in the sense that another jump ball could happen with 1 minute left, potentially in crunch time, and it'll be their ball. Not a terrible time. They still have an 11-point lead here. But considering that it was 20 points like 3 minutes ago, not good. Kyler Hatfield puts it up and good. 9-point game here. Windsor to Brown. Back up top to Windsor. Windsor stops. Thought about the three, but I think he was towing it, so he didn't take it. Anderson drives, left hand, gives it back to Windsor. Windsor, and a foul, but Jackson Brown had an open shot.
Zane Windsor brings so much to this team. He plays a lot like Andrew Anderson, just a little bit less athletic, but man, can Zane Windsor shoot.
Windsor, three, good!
And we see it right here.
Put some energy back into him.
Bodies on the floor for a second. Looks like everybody stood up okay. That's what we want to see.
So, very important to PG's success here in the region. Hadfield puts it up and in. Lehigh right now is losing to Skyridge by 12, I believe. And it's fourth quarter. So, that's huge for Pleasant Grove because Lehigh's
massive.
4-3, and we're 3-4. So, a PG win and a Lehigh loss makes us both 4-4. However, they do have our tiebreaker. Anderson gets it over to Brown. Brown drives, puts it up and good.
Jackson Brown, such a big body, you know, really being able to bully his way through there and so fast.
Walker Jensen's fouled and he's gonna not go to the line.
Call for the foul. Palmer checks in.
This is Graydon Anderson. Puts it up and no good, and he's going to the line. Ty Palmer says, my hand was straight in the air. No foul, but they give him it, and that's his third. Now, it is fourth quarter, so less bad than it could be.
Yeah, for sure. And Graydon Anderson standing at 6'1". He is a junior, so.
This Westlake team is mostly juniors. See,
yeah.
There's Beckham Featherstone, Simon Sua. Says Brody Thompson's in 6th grade, so I don't know what that means. And Santi Deshane is also apparently in 6th grade, and he's 5 foot, and Brody is 4 foot. This is what it literally says. I'm not even kidding.
Very weird.
So I don't know. Maybe it's just someone pranking him. Windsor gets it into Brown. Back over to Windsor. Got to get it across the half-court line. And they do. In a little bit of organized chaos. And a foul. Sloan Sua reaching.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is a very different Westlake Pleasant Grove game than we saw, what was it, January 12th?
January 17th.
January 17th. It's a very different game than we saw on January 17th. Really, the tables have turned. Pleasant Grove leading by, 11 right here.
11 points.
Their biggest lead being 20 at one point.
And Westlake beat this Pleasant Grove team by 18. And that was, they had a crowd. Pleasant Grove had negative crowd. And, kind of got in their heads, I believe. And, no one really played that well. It wasn't a good game. It wasn't a good showing.
15 foul. Anderson will shoot 2.
Andrew Anderson will go to the line for 2.
Anderson's first. It's good. Now, Andrew Anderson, great free throw shooter this year.
He's a great shooter, period, Jack.
It is true.
Like, he's so consistent, so smooth. We see 3-4 threes out of him every single game. And such a key piece to this Vikings roster.
Weirdly enough, some of Pleasant Grove's best shooters from 3 have, gotten their head at free throws. And we see that with a bunch of players. Now, Ty Palmer almost got it out. Sika 3, no good. And that is the man they do not want to get hot, and Ty Palmer's fouled.
So many fouls right here, Jack. They're not really letting him play today.
Yeah, Pleasant Grove's in bonus, so every foul is going to be a trip for the next 5 minutes. That is a long time.
That is very, very bad for this Westlake team, being down by 13.
Yeah, and they got to play aggressive, and if the refs are feeling whistle happy, then it's just going to lead to a lot of points, especially with shooters like Palmer.
And you see here, ladies and gentlemen, nobody's lined up to rebound because Ty Palmer is that good of a free throw shooter.
Plus, I think that Pleasant Grove is maybe too undersized to really rebound very consistently against this team. I mean, they're lining up some tall guys to rebound here. They got Malik Sika down on the other side to sort of cherry pick almost. Graydon Anderson rotates to Malik Sika. Sika drives, right-hand layup.
Oh.
Foul, Jackson Brown.
I thought he swatted it out of the air, but that was just from my angle.
That's the last free foul for Pleasant Grove as well. They're at 4 now, and that's Jackson Brown's 3rd. Sika's first. No good, rolls in and out. Now, I can't say it enough, Sika is the reason these guys won against Pleasant Grove in their last outing in Westlake, in Saratoga Springs. And it's a hard place to play, man. It's the farthest arena in region. You gotta go all the way across the other side. It's stolen, Graydon Anderson up and in. And that is not what the Vikings need. Anderson rotating around. Sloan Sua picking him up. Drew Anderson stops on the free throw line, gives it down low, and Ty Palmer just ducks as Malik Sika jumps on top of him. Jackson Brown calls a little team meeting with the coach. Talk for a second. Ty Palmer's going back to the line. And they got that all-star lineup in right now that had that insane run in the 3rd quarter. I wrote it down to clip later. 3rd quarter, 4:10 to 3:30. Incredible. Great. I said it. Greatest run in the last 4 years for Pleasant Grove basketball.
Such a good run. It was so much fun to watch. And right now, this game is a fun game to watch.
Yeah, it's intense. And really, despite the score, it feels like Westlake's right in it. Like Westlake really could, at any moment, cut this lead to 4. Simon Sua drives, kicks it up top. It's Hatfield, puts it up and in.
Pleasant Grove really lacking on their defensive effort right now.
Drew
really
Anderson double team, gets it to Palmer. Palmer drives, kicks it into the corner, and a charge. Palmer lowers his shoulder and just launches right in.
Palmer, slow to get up.
He's breathing heavy. Ben standing up saying, hey, you might want to sub Palmer out. And they take Johansson, so Johansson's going to sub in. A junior, and I'm sad I'm not going to see Johansson for next year, because seeing his production increase from sophomore year to junior year, I'm excited to see what he can do as a senior.
Milo Johansson, such a good player. And next year as a senior, really going to be able to show us his talents.
Yeah, and especially as well with Jackson Brown, because Jackson Brown last year went on the coldest streak, just couldn't hit a 3 for like 10 games straight. It was crazy.
Those are the most frustrating games for basketball players.
He eventually broke out of it, and then this year he's just been incredible. Anderson gets past a couple defenders, and that ball is thrown away in the right idea, and Johansson says to Drew, slow it down.
Just a little bit hard on that pass right there. But Andrew Anderson, we've seen him make those passes before, so we know he can do that. Just slipped out of his hands a little bit there.
Andrew Anderson, the double A, if you will. Malik Sika. Sika kicks it out. This is Graydon Anderson, fakes the three. Back out, Hatfield. Hatfield to Anderson. A deep three, can't connect. Ball is loose, and it's Pleasant Grove. 3:29 to go here. 12-point lead for the Vikings.
Timeout, Westlake. 30-second timeout.
30-second timeout from Westlake. We will be right back as our voices will take a little bit of a break. Have a guest appearance on of commentating, GK Jared. What do you got to say about the game?
Wow, it's been a crazy one.
Really has. That third quarter run was just incredible from the Vikings. And we've also seen Westlake be able to stop that momentum and come back in and just, they're making it a game. Even with the score, it feels like Westlake could come back still.
Oh, 100%.
This team is incredible. And with great talent, they're almost all juniors too. Anderson into the corner, Blackett, three, good!
I feel like, I'm going to say this.
Simon Sua,
I feel like
circus shot.
I feel like our team, our starting five was really good. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I mean, some people might have looked twice at Parker Van Dorn starting, but I think that it was a good idea in general. And we are going to take a little bit of a break. We will be right back after this message. .13-point lead for the Vikings. Inbound to Ty Palmer. Palmer stops, gives it to Brennan Blackett. It's almost backcourt violation. Simon Sua's got it. Simon Sua drive, puts it up, no good. Kyler Hatfield had it. Now Ty Palmer's got it. Palmer over to Windsor. Now it's Brown inside Blackett. Now in the corner, Johansson fakes the three. Back out. Jackson Brown out to Palmer. Ty Palmer gonna waste as much time as possible. Draws a double team. Now it's Windsor over to Johansson. Ball's loose. Blackett's got it. Now Palmer's got it. Driving. Back out Blackett. Blackett drives, puts it up, no good, foul, and he's going to the line. And that possession took 29 seconds off the clock. Crowd getting a little bit of a "We Want Parker" chance, potentially with a little bit less time left. Blackett puts it in.
Brennan Blackett standing at like 6'6", 6'7", a sophomore. Fantastic player.
Second one bounced from the front of the rim and in. And Walker Jensen subs in for Sloan Sua, the sophomore. Walker Jensen, a junior. Graydon Anderson over to Hatfield. Sua. Sua gets it inside. Hatfield puts it up and good. No foul call. He tried to draw it as best as he could. Johansson to Windsor. It's open. Palmer to Blackett. Blackett now inside the paint, gets it over to Windsor. Again, wasting as much time as they can. 1:35 to go in this game. Windsor. And there's a timeout? Yes, timeout as Parker Van Dorn checks in.
They were listening to the chants.
Yeah, the chants come true as Parker Van Dorn. Now, the best chef's kiss way this game could end is a Parker Van Dorn three. How much do you agree with that?
I would have to agree with that, Jack. Parker Van Dorn, I love watching him play. He is such an underrated player.
It would just be the perfect way for this magnificent game of basketball that's happened today to end. They do the classic pom-pom basketball for the cheerleaders. I was at front row of the student section for the girls game. I got to play a little bit, drained a couple of them. It's actually easier to shoot those than you think it will be, you know?
Really?
Yeah. Like, it actually genuinely felt, it didn't feel like a basketball, but I wasn't just throwing it. I was using full form, you know?
Yeah.
It was, so in that sense, it felt like shooting an actual basketball.
It looks fun. I want to be down there shooting those.
It is fun. Parker Van Dorn is in. I say, you know, they don't need Parker. Look, he's going to post up in that corner there. Watch out, right corner.
Can't quite see him yet. There we go. You see him right?
He's got to back
in
up
that
just
corner
a little bit, get his toes off the line. And I say, oh my gosh, it's stolen. Westlake. Now it's Walker Jensen. A quick he's blocked by Milo Johansson.
Oh, and he stepped over him.
Oh, the Allen
Milo
Iverson.
Johansson just got teed up.
The Allen Iverson celebration, and he gets technical foul. I say that was incredible. And I haven't heard the crowd actually boo a free throw shooter this game. And I think we might get some. And there is some trash thrown on the floor. That's a risky move.
That's the second time this has happened this game. They threw a ball on the court earlier.
Principals are not fans of that. Now, not the craziest thing I saw. Last year, Corner Canyon, someone threw a frozen chicken on the court.
That's crazy.
Raw. It was gross. But kind of funny, so. And it took like 20 minutes to clean because they looked for janitor supplies for that long. Walker Jensen's first. Rattles it home. 66 for the Thunder. Can get it to an 11-point game here, and it's missed. He gets 3. Third is missed. He goes 1 for 3. That is unfortunate. He actually is going to the line. Now we have Graydon Anderson going to the line for the technical free throws. First is good. So this is actually where people can't line up. Pleasant Grove elected to not line up both times, or the first time. But they actually can't line up the second. Puts him in. Cuts the lead to 10 here for the Vikings. For the Thunder, sorry. And they get ball. That's, it's not great. 1:23 left to go here. Reid Anderson has it. Anderson, he's got to move fast. Walker Jensen down low. This is Malik Sika. Throw it away. It's in Palmer's hands. Palmer's got it, and he's fouled. Graydon Anderson did not want to foul, and he did. And that just means one less chance for a Parker Van Dorn 3. So that's the negative thing in my book.
But we're putting more points on the board with Ty Palmer going to the line for 2.
It's true. Pleasant Grove will now tie Westlake's score with the last time that this game happened. It was 80-62. Palmer's second, just butter, goes right in. Anderson has to pick it up due to pressure from Palmer. Gives it to Sika. Sika elects not to shoot, gives it to Sua. Drives in and puts it in.
Timeout Westlake.
10-point game. Man, this game has been
something else.
So good to watch. This team has improved so much. Imagine the team that played Syracuse and went down 12 at halftime. Played this team. They'd lose. They'd lose by 20.
Yeah.
Now, granted, that's the only time we've seen Brendan Blackett dunk this season. And it was incredible. The other time was a missed poster dunk from Brendan Blackett. Ball flew all the way to half court and landed in Ty Palmer's hands. Here we are. We will be right back in just a second.
Only place he could have gone, because if he walks around, there's a guy standing there.
Inbound pass into Pleasant Grove. Got to get it across the half-court line. Double teamed up. Still not across, and timeout. Literally 1 second before it would have happened. It actually should have.
Great defense by Westlake.
Shot clock's 35. Now, maybe it's a 10-second violation in high school. I think it is, actually. But the Vikings, they were 1 second away from getting it. Wow. So, just gonna give you a recap of what just happened. Johnny Bayless, the spirit rep for the seniors, goes up in front of the student section, does the I Say Vikings chant. He then fumbles like crazy, and he knew it. Now, he went, I Say Vikings, and then just immediately went to I Say Go Vikings, and he's like, oh wait, that's wrong. Then Dane Jolly, the spirit rep for the juniors last year, pops up and does it for him. So that was unfortunate, but also kind of funny. So
just a little bit.
It still was a good chant after they actually got the crowd going. Blackett gets it into Palmer. Palmer's going. Palmer double teamed, and he's fouled by Walker Jensen. He's going to the line. Now, I think the only goal is to dribble it out here for the Vikings. First is good.
And I swear, we have seen Ty Palmer at the line every other possession for the Vikings. He has to have at least 10 free throw attempts in this ball game.
And he's made like all
He's
of them,
made all
too.
of them. I don't think he's missed a single free throw today.
Yeah, Guthrie's missed 2, but he has also hit 2, so he's 50%. Braden Anderson in a last-ditch effort for the Thunder. Gives it to Sua, 3, no good. 0 for 3 from beyond the arc today. Simon Sua in the paint. Ball's loose. Foul. He's going to the line. Fouls on Parker Van Dorn. It's his second.
2 threes, 2 fouls. Parker Van Dorn actually has had a very good game today. Not what I was expecting coming into this game, but, you know, showed us wrong.
Yeah, here we are. Sua's first is good.
And for any basketball team, a player who can hit free throws consistently is such a key part to a basketball team.
Yeah, it's very valuable.
Can't hit the second, though.
Now, not trying to call out names, but maybe a little bit. We'll talk about free throw inaccuracy. Last year, Makai Peterson had an opportunity to beat Westlake and missed both free throws. It was a tied game. And a one make would have won it because there was like 2 seconds on the clock. Still a chance, but very low. Inbound for the Vikings. Thought it was going to be Westlake for a second there. Palmer's double teamed. Gets through it. Now he's fouled by Braden Anderson. That's his 5th. He's out.
And we're seeing Ty Palmer going to the line again.
So Braden Anderson's night is over. He's got to check out here. He's just kind of standing on the court. But coach hasn't told him anybody to go in for him. He gets Sloan Sua, the sophomore, to check in for him. First is good. Never heard this building quieter. Usually there's some noise from the opposing fans. No noise.
They are not happy.
Ty Palmer must have 15 points at this point. Plus. Simon Sua tries to bank it home. Parker Van Dorn's got it. Guthrie has it now. Over to Ty Palmer. If they still foul, I think it's kind of a lost cause here, but Palmer. And it's out of bounds off of Hudson Guthrie.
Very high-scoring game tonight, Jack. 84-71.
Yeah, it didn't break the 90 mark. That'll be the first time this season. And this is the highest scoring game for the Vikings. That's Malik Sika, and he airballs the final shot. And there you go. The Vikings even up their region record, 4-4. And Parker Van Dorn does an excellent job in this game. Now, I think we should make a camera appearance. What do you think?
I agree with you, Jack.
Yeah, I think we should. Now, I believe earlier in the game you said it's a blackout, right?
Yeah, I did.
I think that you might be right with that statement. We will be right back as we try to get on camera. All right, we're gonna be right here. This camera's gonna turn towards us as the crowd is moshing with Parker Van Dorn. You can see it there. Just incredible. You gotta love to see it. Now,
there we go.
If I recall, you said it is a blackout.
It is a blackout tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
look at what we have on. It's truly a blackout, as this was an incredible performance from Pleasant Grove. That run that they went on during the third quarter, if you guys want to go back and clip it here, got a couple of good spots if you want to go back and watch some highlights. Second quarter, 111. That was Parker Van Dorn, his second free. And that shot, we were just going crazy. Everybody loves Parker Van Dorn. He's a fan favorite on this team. You just saw our producer run past. He tried to be the Flash. He's not the Flash. Other time that you might want to go back to, 4:10 through 3:30. This is the game clock, by the way, the game clock. Third quarter, go to 4 minutes, 10 seconds, watch till 3:30. It was crazy. Just absolutely insane. Now, going after this win, Pleasant Grove's got 2 games left. This is the final home game, potentially in 6A in general. Now, we haven't talked about it much, but the UHSA is making further moves, further things. It's all rumors on whether Pleasant Grove will move down to 5A for next year. Now, that's due to school population, not team quality. And I said this earlier in the year, but a lot of people thought that it would be a good move, and low-key, a lot of the schools have been using it as a point to make fun of us. And I think that it's kind of a weird thing to make fun of a team for just a school getting smaller.
For sure, by far. I think in 5A, Pleasant Grove could really thrive,
Yeah.
Jack. Great word. They could really thrive. I mean, we got some really tough competition out here in our region, with Lone Peak being 5-3, Westlake now being 5-4 after that loss right there to Pleasant Grove. Really just a hard region, and 6A is, the best.
It is.
The
it's
best
just
association.
The best. Like a 5A team usually doesn't beat a 6A team. It's just not a thing. I think I just got to say here, Pleasant Grove's crosses the double-digit win category finally.
Yes.
With this win. They got 10. Now, if you think about going last year, Pleasant Grove had started the season 10-2 and then lost 8 straight. It was crazy. And so they ended the season 12-10. And so Pleasant Grove can still end the season with 1 game over 500. They could be 12-11.
I think they
it
could
could
do
happen.
it.
Yeah, I think it could happen. Now, I don't really have a word on whether Lehigh won or not. You can go check on KSL Sports yourself. And Lone Peak was also losing to American Fork. Now, that would be an extremely good thing for Pleasant Grove as well, because a likely scenario is that we play them first round. And that at the Lone Peak Stadium in whatever they call it over there. I don't know what it is. The Armor. Is
something.
May
I don't
as well
know.
just be the Armor. I don't know what it is. But I think that Pleasant Grove, with this win, can take that, go with these 2 Lehigh away games. Now I say that, Skyridge and Lehigh. And one of them's on Valentine's Day. Lehigh, very close game, and Skyridge was a game that was won very handily by 18 for the Vikings. Now it's coming off of an 18-point loss from the Westlake Thunder, who they just handled tonight.